Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're on the right hand quarter panel still on the bug. We're nearly getting to the stage where we can button this all off. We've just done that last weld through there and really happy with the way the shaping's come up on these little metal pieces. Yeah, so if you take a look at that shape through there, that's all been hand shaped to fit inside the window aperture there. And we've tried the rear window in it and it's quite nice. There's going to be a little bit of filler going there as usual, especially when you can't get in behind the panel. All of this is sealed off, you can't get in behind it. So we're going to transition now and be able to trim this edge off here and fold it over like they do in the factory. But I'll just show you the template that we made up to actually shape that panel. Man, was it a chore. It just goes to show that you can kind of do anything in your shed at home if you've got a dolly and a hammer and an anvil and the flat sheet steel. And, you know, it pays to have a go. It's only, metal's not that expensive. If it goes wrong, you can throw that one over your shoulder and then come back and do another one. So that's the template that we used with all the lines for the swage line there, the lines for the window frame to be folded over and fitted in, and the lines for this edge. And we did that the same way we showed you the tracing of the panel of this one here. When that was done, we traced that out on the metal and we cut it out, go a bit oversized to start off with. But that's all welded in now and we're going to make good progress with this now. Yeah, so just goes to show that, you know, even with just hammers and dollies, and I've got a steel bench with a decent vise in it, what's capable, you know, what you can actually achieve. Metal's just so malleable. The cold rolled steel is amazing what you can do. Don't be scared to actually give it a real good whack and get it to fold where you want it to fold. Because you can always flatten it back out again and have another go. I think this edge here, I refolded that 3 times to get it to run down through here and fit where it's supposed to fit. And you can see still very substantial metal and there's no problem with the finished job. This edge here, I can show you with the engine hatch that our template has worked quite well for us. So we'll stick this in here. As you can see there, that's where your boot lid's supposed to sit. So with a little bit of finessing, and there's a little bit of filler work to be done, it's quite close to where we need to be at, and we've achieved something pretty special. It's a shame you can't buy these panels aftermarket, but anyway, that's what we've had to do to make it happen. This boot lid sticks out a bit on the edge. It's probably a bit bent on that edge. It's just an old second-hand one that I picked up for 80 bucks. Because there was the suggestion that you can use this section through here to actually make those panels, but the shape of this doesn't lend itself quite to what is needed. I suppose you could make it work, but you've got to cut it apart, take the frame out of the inside. I found that just using the flat sheet and the template has produced quite a good result. I'm very happy with it. So now we're going to be able to start on this side. You can see this is the piece that has been taken out here. And we're going to be replacing that little section in there. The rest of it's quite substantial, so it just needs a bit of a clean-up and some weld-through primer sprayed over that. I think with this piece what I'm going to do is actually, instead of making a whole piece, I'm going to utilise this bottom section here so that I don't have to shape that, and I'll probably just cut it through there and shape the whole top section and this piece around here that needs to fit into the windscreen area. Anyway, we'll show you a bit more of that when we get to it. I might actually do some video on shaping that piece so that you get a bit of an idea. and taking it off the template and making it fit the way it's supposed to fit. So there we go. Okay people, thanks for tuning in again, and hopefully that's shown you a few things that that you can make happen. Just use the metal, have a go. You just try, and it's amazing sometimes what you can come up with. Thanks for watching.